I can't remember if I've talked about this before, but if you feel like you're just depressed by all the bad news and all the scarcity and all the things that are going on right now, I admit it's tempting to feel like things are not going to work out. But you have to remember, I mean, God says he's got a hope and a future and a plan for us. And he actually designed us and set us in this time in history specifically. So we are made for this time. I think what happens, and I can't remember if I've talked about this in the past, but when Adam and Eve were in the garden, they were surrounded by all the trees with all the fruit and all the abundance you could ever imagine. There was even gold in that area. There was everything that you could want and more. Absolutely no lack. And there was peace and they were happy. But somehow the snake got them to focus on the one thing that they weren't supposed to have for their own good. He basically put them into scarcity or into a lack mindset of like, I don't have that. And they focused on the lack thing in their life instead of looking at all the abundance around. And I think that can happen to us today. We have to remember this is such an incredible, prosperous time. And there are so many opportunities. A lot of times the opportunities, it's us that's the problem. We just need to open our eyes and ask God to show us what are the opportunities and help us to focus on the abundance. Because when you start focusing on the lack, we all know what happens. You get into confusion and you start heading down the wrong way. It's like, the deer in the headlights thing, the deer, instead of running towards all the open space, it runs towards the headlights. It's like when you focus on the thing you're trying to avoid, it totally messes with you. So it is hard. I agree. It's a daily discipline to focus on all the opportunity and all the abundance and just watch how things begin to shift.